This is another video I got started here. This is my King Quad 700, and I done up some custom hand grip or hand guard protectors, and I'm going to show you how I built them. I've been thinking of ways of how to put this on the web. I'm going to put it on an IROC site, but I want to do a visual way of showing you folks out there how I did these and how it was kind of easy. But I wanted to get a better view of them. As you can see, I used to have the coffin hand grip covers. It looked like a shell piece of plastic. They would only last about a year. They were bad about vibrating and breaking, and I got tired of that. And I had come up with some ideas and passed some stuff around and trying to figure out some things to do. And I used them existing mounts, that the handlebar clamps there. But as you can see on the end of my handlebars right here is, I believe they call them knobbers. They have a little bit of rubber and they have an Allen head inside here, so that kind of helps dampen vibrations. But I drilled a hole right there the same size as that and put it in and snugged that up. This is bent 1 inch or 1.5 inch by an 1/8 inch thick aluminum, and I built it in such a way, and you can see it ties into that existing mount over there. Now this is 1/8 lextan that I got right here, and I remember some guys were talking about how they built guards out of this stuff. And where I measured it off, you can see where my marks are, is where I wanted my bends at. And the way I bent this is I put 2 pieces of wood clamped on top and bottom. Like I did it right here. I clamp it on top and bottom, and I'd take a propane torch and I'd heat along this line right here. And then I would just bend this over to the angle that I was wanting. And I did the same right here. I did like a 90 right here to go under. And on all the corners, you can see I notched them. Put a 45 on all the corners, trying to take some of the sharp edges off. And back off this way, you can see I got as close as I could to that. That's what I was wanting to do. And yes, like anything, it gets dirty, but you can see through it most of the time. That's very important. You can see all I'm using is like a small 1/4 inch nut bolt system to hold it in. That's all that's needed. I was thinking about doing one on the very end right here, but so far I really hadn't needed to do it. It's kept the briars, sticks, leaves, keeps me from getting my knuckles all busted up. It was super easy to do. It works real well, and it'll work good for you. I'll try to get a better... Yeah, you can see right up there the mount. It's that existing mount that that coffin, I think's the name of it. That little hand guard system. Like I said, they didn't last long for me. Even though I would paint them and stuff like that to keep the UV rays from tearing them up, they still didn't last long. One little touch and it would snap them. And even if you over tighten the screws, they would snap and break. You see, this is easy. Like I said, to bend this, you clamp top and bottom 2 pieces of wood and heat that edge with a propane. I'm not talking leave it on there. I'm saying you get that propane and just start going back and forth, testing the bend, to bend, and bend it to the angle that you need. And it worked out real well. And when you cut this, use a jigsaw and put like a fine-toothed saw on it, and it'll do okay. And then take a rough file and knock the edges off. It worked out real well, and I think this will be a good thing for anybody who needs hand protection. I think there's a lot of people that do out there. And you can see that was the left side, and here's the right side. And you can just see how that come in. and how I flared that out to keep it out of my hands. But you can see the mount right there. You can see how I can see through that. That makes it easy, and this is not obtrusive right here that I can do my, just see from. So I can sit down and ride and be in comfort. I'm coming up with some ideas for a small windshield or windscreen. I guess it'd be similar to what the Yamaha or the Harley Davidson riders called the tombstone style. But here's a good idea, and it was easy to build, and it'd be stuff that you guys could use to protect yourself. Let's see. Here's another view of that handguard or that grip. You can see how it hooks up. You know, stuff like this is what we all need. Anyhow, come up with your own ideas, and that will help you out. And I hope you like this, and I hope this works good for you, because it's working good for me.